dragon shooter here. This is the Smith and Wesson M&P 40 that I had bought used from Buds Gunshop. As you can see, really pretty clean for police service weapon. These things are usually used for quite a little while. I normally use critical defense in this. Shooting today some federal premium aluminum 40 cal. And let's see how it functions. I do have a little bit of critical defense that I can put through it and just show how it does function it. I've got 3 magazines. I'm only going to be using 2. The other one's in the car, still full of my critical defense that I use as defense. But let's go ahead and shoot this magazine and see how we go. This is 15 rounds. Loads right in. Let's see. That was 15 rounds straight on through, no issues. The night sights still function very well. They're used night sights. I can see them during the day pretty well now that I know what to look for. In the lighter hours, or the darker hours I should say, they do really pick up light and they shine like really bright. It's pretty amazing to see. I don't think I've ever had a gun with night sights on it. I've never really needed one. So this is kind of an interesting thing for me. So this is the 40 cal. They do make 9mm. I don't think they make a 45 in the M&P, but I could be wrong on that. When shooting this one, it's kind of interesting. The trigger has a mechanism to it that it won't fire unless it's pushed down like that. So when you're pulling the trigger, it almost feels like the trigger is hugging your finger. It's kind of interesting to feel for the first time, and even after the first time, it's kind of an interesting feel to it. Now, I've got another round of 15, another magazine of 15 rounds. Let's go ahead and see how it functions with this magazine. The gun itself functions perfectly fine. I have never had an issue with it. The only thing I may be concerned with is the age of the magazines. I did take them all apart and clean them really good, but once again, yeah, I mean it's a crapshoot because it's used. But so far I seem to be winning that crapshoot. I'm going to go ahead and run through this magazine, and then I'm going to grab some of my critical defense ammo. I've got I think 8 rounds of it that I can spare, and I'll go ahead and load up one of these magazines with that, and we'll show you how it functions. That's another 15 rounds, very quick, very easy. I'm just trying to get back on target, see how well I can push it back to target. I'm not really that concerned with accuracy with this one right yet. Once again, these are new to me still, and I'm still learning how the recoil works with the gun. As far as these guns, the felt recoil is much lower than most guns, just because of how low the barrel rides in the frame. It's a very low bore access, so it's actually really smooth compared to the 45. You'll see, I'll show you, that's 30 rounds, and that's actually not that dirty. It's dirty, don't get me wrong, but it's not that dirty. So let me go ahead and load up those 8 rounds of critical defense I have left, and we'll see how they function in here. Be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So correction, a little bit of a correction here. This is 8 rounds, but it's 4 rounds of critical duty and 4 rounds of critical defense. I had critical defense, bought critical defense, And when I first got this, I was a little excited, and I had 15 rounds. I had pretty much loaded up the gun with the critical defense, and not thinking which magazine I had in my hand, I went ahead and I shot it all. Later on realizing, so I went ahead and got some critical duty that I carry in it now. So this is half and half. I've got my defensive load set aside, 16 rounds of magazine plus 1 in the pipe. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to load up these 8, and we'll see how they function through the gun. Now I do know they function because, once again, I went through 16 rounds of defensive ammo already. But let's go ahead and shoot it on camera. So that was 8 rounds, very easily, very quickly, very smoothly. No function problems. That fed in perfectly fine every time. It cycled them very well. The pattern of where it's throwing the brass is actually pretty even. I moved, so it moved to, but it's equal in every movement. So that tells me the extractor and the ejecting system is working the way it's supposed to be. That's one of the things that you want to look for when you get a new gun is where's the pattern of your brass. See where it's landing, because that'll tell you if it's functioning properly, or at least that portion of the gun is functioning properly. But otherwise, this thing worked out pretty good. What do you think? Would you buy one from Buds? I highly suggest it, actually, because I think it was an excellent deal. $2.99 plus free shipping. Worked out to be a very good deal for me. 3 magazines and the gun. No extra frills, just that. What do you think? Would you buy one? Go ahead and give me a comment, like, subscribe, and share this video. Thanks.